Oh, oh, that's awkward. Excuse me. Hi, can you guys hear me okay? Before we start. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pause the music because I just didn't want it to be awkwardly quiet during the countdown. Okay, now we're gonna pull the game up. And can you hear the game audio? Okay, thank you. Let's see. I can adjust it. Let's see, okay. I think it's this one. Turn that one down. Let's see, how about now? Or is this, no, I think it's still too loud. Hold on, let me try to lower it. Oh, it's good? Okay. Okay, then I'm just gonna leave it alone. Alright, oops. Alright, so hello everyone. Welcome. So I keep seeing you guys streaming, and it makes me really want to stream too. Because if I'm being honest, if I'm not at work, I'm just sitting at home playing video games anyway, so I figure why not stream them, you know? So yes, hi, it's good to see everyone in chat. Hello to Kayla, Janice, Sean, and Shy Guy. Shy Guy, I don't know if you want me to say your real name, so I'm just gonna call you Shy Guy unless you can say your real name. Welcome in. So, yeah, so if you don't know this about me, I love Pokemon. Love is probably a weak word for how I feel about Pokemon, if I'm being honest with you. Obsessed is probably more accurate. So something that I've always wanted to do is just kind of, like on a stream or in a recording, kind of just go through all of the main series Pokemon games. If I'm being honest, I don't know how I'm gonna stream them all yet, but the first ones are on emulators, and the Game Boy emulator runs pretty well on my computer, so I think we're good. I do have this game as like an actual Game Boy cartridge, but I don't know how to stream off of like an actual Game Boy, so that's why we're doing the emulator. So I think that's everything that I wanted to say, so we will jump in with Pokemon Red version. And I did not mean to already skip past the start screen, but apparently I did, so let's just go with it. Alright, hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Prof, because they only could fit so many letters in a Game Boy. Next screen. Let's see, hey, let me know how the emulator works, because I've been thinking about using a DS emulator. Okay. Yeah, like just using the emulators on my own time, I've noticed that basically the older the system is, the better the emulator runs. I've done DS emulators and they run pretty well. I think the 3DS emulator is the only emulator that I've really had major issues with, to the point where I couldn't even play the games. If anything, there's been like a few hiccups with the DS emulator, but definitely nothing game breaking. So I think you should be okay with the DS. Okay, this world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? Alright. So since in this one we have to play as a boy, and I'm not about to name a boy Kate. I tried that once as a kid, and I don't know why, but it really bothered me. I think it's because there was a scene where somebody called me Mr. Caitlin, and that sounded really wrong to me. So we're gonna name him Splat. Right, so your name is Splat. Yes, it is. It's technically the beginning of my username, so it works. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What was his name again? Let's see. Well, technically, in the canon, when he appears in other games, his name is Blue, so I'm just gonna go with that. That's right, I remember now. His name is Blue. Oh, I already picked Blue, sorry, Kayla. Gary is from the anime, not the game. Splat! Sorry, that sounded funny. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Kayla. Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Alrighty. I don't know if it's because I grew up with the Game Boy, but I just really love Game Boy music. So, we could go visit Professor Oak in his lab. But I want to see what's up here. Oh, hey, wait, it's Professor Oak. Weird, almost like that was scripted. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Kayla. Wow, I totally didn't expect that at all. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Blue? Let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Splat. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. They are inside the Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. In my old age, I have only 3 left, but you can have one. Choose. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Be patient, Blue. You can have one too. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, our options here are Charmander. Obviously prefers hot places. When it rains, steam is said to spout from the tip of its tail. So you want the fire Pokemon Charm? Well, hold on, we're still looking. Squirtle. After birth, its back swells and hardens into a shell. Powerfully sprays foam from its mouth. So, you want the water Pokemon Squirtle? Maybe, but we're still looking. Let's see what this last one is. It's Bulbasaur. A strange seed was planted on its back at birth. A plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. Alright, so now that we have seen all 3 of the options, does anybody in chat want to pick one? I know which one I would pick for me, but I've played this game so many times, at some point or another I've picked all 3. And as long as I'm playing this game, honestly, I'm happy. So if there's any Pokemon in particular anybody wants to see, just let me know and I'm happy to pick it. But otherwise, I'll pick myself. I mean, I don't choose me, but I'll make the decision myself. Just gonna jam here this awesome music. You're feeling Bulbasaur? Alright. Does anybody else want to voice their opinions or make a case for Charmander or Squirtle? So I'm gonna pick Bulbasaur. I'm doing it. I'm walking over there. I'm gonna turn. I have no clue. Choose what you want. Okay, thank you, Janice. Alright. Squirtle and Charmander fans, this is your last chance. Game audio is a bit quiet. Okay. Let me turn it back up. I know you can't hear it right now. That's just the emulator being funny. It mutes itself when I go into the settings. Oh wait, no, I forgot. I already lowered it over there, so now I gotta come over here. Like I said, I'm learning. Let's see. Okay. How does that sound now? Trying to be careful and not make it to where it's too loud again. We are picking Bulbasaur. Splat received a Bulbasaur. Do you want to give it a nickname? Sounds good. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Kayla. Do you want to give a nickname to Bulbasaur? I mean, let's see. I personally don't usually give nicknames when I'm playing Pokemon, except on like rare occasions when I feel like I have a really good one. Or like when I get a female Mr. Mime and I'm like, no, I cannot call you Mr. Mime if you're a girl, and I have to change it to like Miss Mime. Let's see, after updating the app and clearing the cache, I still am having issues on my end. Also, I heard Charmander, Squirtle, you know me, Squirtle. Oh, well, I'm sorry, but we already picked Bulbasaur. It is too late to pick Squirtle now. Oh, you know what I could have done? Just to be funny, I could have nicknamed that Bulbasaur Squirtle, but no. That'd be a little too much. Blue received a Charmander. Alright, now we got our Pokemon. We're just gonna casually exit the lab. And what? Wait, Splat. Let's check out our Pokemon? Come on, I'll take you on. Alright, we're gonna have our very first Pokemon battle. Right out of the lab. Or I mean, before we even get out of the lab. That's what I meant to say. Blue wants to fight. Blue sent out Charmander. Go, Bulbasaur! Let me go outside and see if my internet connection looked at another stream just to see if it was my end, and it is mine. Okay. Sounds good, Shy Guy. If it works, it works. That's right. Enemy Charmander used Scratch. Critical hit. Bulbasaur used Tackle. Enemy Charmander used Scratch. Bulbasaur used Tackle. I know this first battle is going to be super riveting, because I only know 2 moves, and they're not great moves, but it's the beginning of the game, so it makes sense. Also, yes, every time a Pokemon's HP gets low, you are gonna constantly hear that annoying beeping sound until it goes back up. I apologize for that. I can't really control it. It's just how this game is. Luckily, they got rid of that in later games, so like in the newer games, you don't hear that, thankfully. But we are gonna have to deal with that in this one. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Splat, Gramps, smell you later. Try not to jam out to this music so much, but I really do like it. Alright, so before we leave Pallet Town, we are gonna pop over here. Oops, wait, no, wrong house. I know where I live. It's not like I just loaded this game a few seconds ago. Here we go. Hi, Splat! Blue is out at Grandpa's lab. Should have seen my jam to Super Mario Galaxy music. Oh, I believe it. That's good music too. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I'm not supposed to talk to her yet. Okay. So now we can leave Pallet Town and begin our journey into the Pokemon world. Oh, we've got our first random encounter, and it's a wild Rattata. Not even outside yet, and the stream played a little bit like a speed run. It was a shock to hear you speak that fast. Well, I don't know how fast you heard me, but I'm sure I don't know how to talk that fast. Especially since I did not have coffee today. Bulbasaur used Tackle, critical hit! Wow, so far this game is already being really nice to me with the crits. Bulbasaur, use tackle. Oh, that's rude. Dude, seriously? It's like it's his mission to make sure I don't get to Viridian City. Speaking of, we are here. First place we are going to is the Pokemart. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? How did he know? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? Splat got Oak's parcel. Alright. Now that we have Oak's delivery, we have to go and deliver it to him. Even though we just got to Viridian City, we are already going back to Pallet. So yes, I know I said it before, but you guys can probably tell that I've played this game a lot because I already know everywhere I'm supposed to go and I'm just going straight there. Wild Pidgey appeared. Go, Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, use tackle. Enemy Pidgey, use gust. Bulbasaur, use tackle. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I peeked the mic doing that. Enemy Pidgey, use gust. Bulbasaur, use tackle. Enemy Pidgey fainted. Bulbasaur gained 23 experience points. Bulbasaur grew to level 7. Bulbasaur learned Leech Seed. Oops. Oh, Splat. How is my Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. I am, thanks. What? You have something for me? Splat delivered Oak's parcel. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. Gramps! What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request of you two. On the desk there is my invention. Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Splat and Blue, take these with you. Splat got Pokédex from Oak. To make a complete guide on... Excuse me, sorry, I'm still getting over being sick and there's still a little bit in there. Guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps. Leave it all to me. Splat, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know. I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Splat. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, whatever, Blue, get out of here. It always makes me sad, it's just... He does have issues, Kayla. This part always makes me sad. The last Pokemon is just sitting there, and it's like, you're not gonna use it? Can I have it? Nope, it just sits there forever. And then, well... I know where everything is, so I technically don't need this, but I'm still gonna get the map. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this will help you. Splat got a town map. Oh, I did that, but I did that. Let's see. Oh, I haven't healed my Bulbasaur in a second. It's probably fine. Let's see, I don't remember. Okay. I couldn't remember if I was supposed to have Pokeballs yet or not, but... I think it's only in the newer games that they're really good about giving you Pokeballs right away, but I think in this one we have to actually buy them. We will do that when we get back to the store. And if you're wondering why I did not buy Pokeballs when I was at the store the first time, it's because the merchant will not sell you anything until after you deliver the package. So we kind of had to do that first. Here's a nice thing about Leech Seed is that it helps Bulbasaur get some of its health back. Enemy Pidgey use Gust. Leech Seed saps enemy Pidgey. Enemy Pidgey fainted. Bulbasaur gained 23 experience points. Oh, no thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There we go. Now it's gone. Oh, and you got it too, Shy Guy. Thank you. I appreciate that. And set the chat to followers only. Oh, that's a good idea. I should do that. See. Shy Guy, I don't know if you can do that. What Kayla said about setting the chat to followers only, but if you can do that, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I will probably do it after I'm done streaming. Let's see. Whew. Done it a little close there. Need to get out of this grass. Eee. Uh-oh. I don't know how much longer my Bulbasaur is gonna make it. I should have healed it when I was in Peloton, but I didn't. I think I'm used to the newer games that are like really nice to you, kind of baby you a bit, and that they just always automatically, not always, but they automatically heal your Pokemon a lot. So I think at this point I kind of have expected, but the older games are a lot, I don't know if merciless is the right word, but a lot less hand-holdy for sure. Sometimes when I come back to the older games, I forget that, oh yeah, the stuff that the new games do for me, I have to actually do myself. Let me know if you need any more advice. I'd be happy to give you some. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Kayla. I might be asking you for that. Yeah, like if something happens and I don't know how to fix it, I'm probably asking you first. Oh, but before I leave the Pokemon Center, there is one thing I want to do. And go to our handy dandy PC. There's item storage. And when we access it for the first time, there's a potion in there. And potions are used to heal our Pokemon. So yes, especially in the early game, we want it. Well, cool. I'll be chilling here for a while just in case you have questions. Okay, cool. Thank you, Kayla. All right. The Bulbasaur is feeling better. We are gonna go buy some Pokeballs so we can go catch some more Pokemon. No offense to Bulbasaur, of course. It's just gotta catch them all. Okay, and 5 is probably enough for now, especially since it's still the early game and we don't have a ton of money. I don't want to be like throwing it all away on Pokeballs. So we're gonna go this way for right now. Oops. We are gonna see what's over here. Wild male Nidoran appeared. Go, Bulbasaur. Start with Tackle. Bulbasaur used Tackle. Enemy male Nidoran used Tackle. Splat used Pokeball. Alright, male Nidoran was caught. Caught our first Pokemon. New Pokedex data will be added for Nidoran. stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. I want to give the nickname to male Nidoran. I think we're good. Let's see. Now let's see what else is lurking in this grass. It's another male Nidoran, but we already have one. We don't need another one. Go ahead and tackle it. Nidoran used tackle. Bulbasaur used tackle. And me, Nidoran used tackle. Super exciting battle. He's just tackling back and forth. Oh no, Bulbasaur missed! Something happened! I think the game heard us complaining that it was too boring, and it's like, oh yeah? Well, you're gonna miss. The gameplay is riveting, I know. Bulbasaur grew to level 8. Let's see. We'll look one more time, and then we'll move on. Ooh, a wild Spearow appeared. Go, Bulbasaur! Let's see, let's start with tackle again. Bulbasaur used tackle. Ooh, that's pretty good. Oh no, it's super effective! Pokeball go! Save my Bulbasaur! Alright, Spearow was caught! New Pokédex data will be added for Spearow. Eats bugs in grassy areas. It has to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. Want to give it a nickname? No, thank you. Let's see, so... Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, I only have 3 Pokeballs left. And there are more than 3 different Pokemon to catch. And I know I don't have to, but I want to catch them all, so... I think here we heal our dudes. We're gonna buy more Pokeballs, and then we're gonna go to the next area. If I keep going down the way that I was going, then we have to fight Blue again, but I don't think we're ready to fight Blue quite yet. Switch Nidoran to the front. And the reason I'm doing that is because right now Nidoran is only at level 2, which is the lowest level you can be. Why there is no level 1, don't ask me, you'll have to take it up with Game Freak. They do add a level 1 in later games, but not this one. So 2 is literally the lowest level you can be in this game. And until we get another item later on, the only way a Pokemon can gain experience right now is if they actually participate in the battle. They don't have to be the one to land the final hit, but they just have to have participated at some point. And showing up and leaving counts as participating, so... We're gonna leave Nidoran in the front. And then when it gets overwhelmed, as it probably will, we will swap it out for Bulbasaur. Let's see. I really feel like fighting these guys, so I'm just gonna go around them as much as I can. So I have done everything I can to fix the glitching on my end, and nothing's working. Somehow, someway, when I do hear you speak, it's at the same time I am reading the same comment, and it's just making me laugh over here. It goes 2 seconds, pause, 2 seconds, pause, 5 whole seconds, and you're saying the same chat message I am reading. That's funny. See, I'm telling you, best friends. We're just always in sync. Even if you're the only one who knows we're in sync until you tell me, because now I know. Wild Weedle, let's go, Nidoran! The good thing about using male Nidoran against Weedle right now is because Weedle has an attack called Poison Sting. And as you can guess by the name, it has a chance of poisoning the target. and getting poisoned is really annoying. But if you are a poison type Pokemon, it is literally impossible to get poisoned because poison types can't get poisoned. Makes sense, right? And so since Milnidoran is a poison type, that means no matter how many times it gets hit by a poison sting, it will not be poisoned. Which is good. Also, poison type attacks are not very effective against poison type Pokemon. A lot of times with the type matchups in Pokemon, if you're using a move that's the same type as the Pokemon you're using it against, usually it's not very effective. I say usually because that's not always the rule. There are actually a couple of types that are super effective against themselves. Why? I don't know, but that's just the way it is. Alright, so we caught our Weedle while I was talking. Let's see what it says. Often found in forests eating leaves, it has a sharp venomous stinger on its head. Alright, and no, we will not nickname our Weedle. I think it's fun for right now, so let's keep going. Oh, a Kakuna appeared. Oh, yes, thank you, Kayla. Yeah, so Shy Guy, I don't know if you heard it before, but if you can, change the chat settings from where you are. If you could change it to followers only mode, that would be awesome. If you can't figure it out, don't worry about it. I will do it later. I'm just not gonna stop the stream to do it right now. So I usually don't like to run away from Pokemon, but I'm gonna do that this time. The reason for that being is that Kakuna is actually the evolved form of Weedle. So as long as we keep leveling up our Weedle, we're gonna get a Kakuna anyway, so I don't feel like I have to use a Pokeball to catch a Weedle. I mean a Kakuna. And Kakuna has a really high defense, and literally the only move it knows is Harden, which just increases its defense even more. So when I attack it, my attacks are gonna hardly do any damage. And I don't want to be sitting here forever just whittling away this Weedle's HP. So I think it's just better to not deal with that. Alright, so we're coming up on a trainer battle that we have to do. There's no skipping this one because there's no way to get around him. So let's just... Hey, wait up! What's the hurry? So like all of the trainers in the Viridian Forest, this is a bug catcher. And believe it or not, bug catchers use bug type Pokemon. So even though my Spearow is a bit underleveled, I'm gonna try using Spearow because it knows Peck, which is a flying type move, and flying is super effective against bugs. So we're gonna see how Spearow does. Hope that it doesn't get poisoned. But luckily this is this guy's only Pokemon, so even if Spearow doesn't manage to beat this Pokemon, I think Bulbasaur will easily be able to finish whatever Spearow leaves off. But Spearow's looking pretty good so far. It's gonna be close. Oh good. String Shot does not do any damage, it just lowers your speed. So that means Spearow can come in and pick it. Oh, and I see that Shy Guy has enabled followers only mode. Thank you, Shy Guy, I appreciate that. Spearow grew to level 5. Splat defeated Bug Catcher. I give. You're good at this. Splat got 90 Poke for winning. And yes, the currency in this game is called Poke. In case you were wondering. I'm sure it took them a very long time to figure out they're gonna call money Poke. Because, you know, Pokemon. Let's see. So we've made it to Pewter City, which is where our first gym battle will be. Oh, I like the art, Janice. Come to our Pokemon Center. We heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. Okay, we'll need your Pokemon. This buddy kid say Shy Guy, but I have no idea what else you said after my name. Though it was Shy Guy, I don't know if you. Most likely the answer is no, but hopefully it's all good. Oh, no, it's... Yeah, no, you're all good. We were just asking you to do what you just did. Because you were having technical difficulties, we were repeating it because we weren't sure if you heard it the first time. But you did it, so we're good. Alright, so we are approaching our very first Pokemon gym. So, if you don't know, in most Pokemon games, the objective is to go around the Pokemon world, defeat the 8 gyms, and then after that, defeat the Elite Four. So we're at our first gym. I think I maybe got here too quick. Our Pokemon are a little low in terms of level. But I'm gonna try it anyway, and I'm saving first so that if this goes horribly wrong, we can pretend it never happens. Go train a little bit more before we come back here. Junior Trainer wants to fight. Junior Trainer sent out Diglett. Well, I had hope. I just saw you move a lot, but now you're frozen again. Twitch, why get my hopes? Oh. So one nice thing about having Bulbasaur as our starter here is that Bulbasaur is a grass type. And Twitch is twitching on you. Exactly, Kayla. Like I was saying, Brock uses rock type Pokemon. And this Pokemon we're fighting right now, Diglett, is a ground type, and both rock and ground types are weak to grass type moves. So that means we have a type advantage. So we can definitely get away with being under leveled. But one thing that I did not think about until we started this battle is that Bulbasaur's not learned any grass type moves. So that advantage is not really helpful right now if it can't attack with grass type moves. So, trying to think. I think we're just gonna restart this here. Because I did not think about that. So I was like, oh, we have a grass type, but I didn't think that it didn't learn any grass moves yet, so. We are gonna backtrack a little bit and train up our dudes so that they're a little bit better for this battle. And that is why I saved, because I totally saw losing as a possibility. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could have tried to fight it more with the other Pokemon I have, but I'm gonna be honest, they're pretty low level compared to that level 11 Diglett, so I did not have all of the hope in the world for them. So, ooh, a Rattata. We have not caught a Rattata yet. Let's see if we can catch this one. Bulbasaur used Tackle! Enemy Rattata used Tail Whip. Bulbasaur's defense fell. Yeah, it's fine. Bulbasaur used Jackal. Enemy Rattata used Tail Whip. Bulbasaur's defense fell. Alright, now is a good time for a Zip Pokeball. Splat used Pokeball! Alright, Rattata was caught! New Pokédex data will be added for Rattata. Fights anything when it attacks. Small and very quick, it is a common sight in many places. Do you want to give a nickname to Rattata? No, I do not, but thank you for asking. That was very kind of you. Alright, let's see what else is lurking in this grass that we can catch. Actually, let's go back to the forest. After we fight whatever this... Ooh, a Pidgey. We also don't have a Pidgey yet. And we have 5 Pokemon so far, so if we catch one more, we will have a full team of 6. Let's see. Let me Pidgey use Sand Attack. Bulbasaur's accuracy fell. Bulbasaur use Tackle. Oh no, Bulbasaur's attack missed. That's what happens when your accuracy gets lowered. You miss more. The nice thing though is that if Bulbasaur's accuracy gets really low to where we're just not landing any hits. First of all, even if the accuracy gets lowered to the minimum level, it's never going to be 0, so it just greatly reduces the chance of you hitting the Pokemon, but there's technically still a chance you could hit the Pokemon. And with stat changes, every time you switch out your Pokemon, it resets the stat changes. So if Bulbasaur's accuracy got really bad, I could have switched out for a different Pokemon, and then that new Pokemon wouldn't have had its accuracy lowered, and if I swap back to Bulbasaur, its accuracy would be back to, would have been reset basically. Pidgey, a common sight in forests and woods, it flaps its wings at ground level to kick up blinding sand, just like what happened to Bulbasaur. You have a nickname too, Pidgey? Nope. Alrighty, and now we should go into the woods. Or technically the forest. The official name for this area is the Viridian Forest. Alright, Weedle. We already have a Weedle, so we don't need to catch another one. So we can have Bulbasaur beat this guy up and then get some experience. That will help us take on the Pewter Gym. Don't you know why I have an accent all of a sudden, but it happens. And for those of you who don't know this, fun fact, Bulbasaur is a grass type, but it is also a poison type, because Pokemon could sometimes be what we call a dual type, which means they have 2 types. There's no such thing as a Pokemon having 3 types at once. 2 is the maximum, because that 3 types on a Pokemon at the same time would just get way too crazy. I mean, I'll be honest, I have trouble remembering some of the type matchups sometimes. I don't need a Pokemon to have 3 types at once. That's just too many. But yeah, so Bulbasaur is a grass and a poison type, which means that Bulbasaur cannot be poisoned. So we can fight as many Weedles as we want and get hit by as many poison stings as we want and not have to worry about being poisoned. I'm sure at some point I will probably get poisoned and you guys will see what it looks like. But basically, when you have a Pokemon in your party that's poisoned, it continues to take damage outside of battle. So like, for example, if I had a Pokemon with me right now that's poisoned, as I'm walking around, you'd get this really annoying like flashing effect on the screen and this noise telling you that that Pokemon that's poisoned is taking damage as I'm walking. And in later games, first of all, they get rid of that. But before they got rid of that mechanic completely, they actually did have it to where your Pokemon would never faint from this. It would only just lose HP. And if it gets down to 1 hit point, and it's supposed to take damage again, it'll just say, your Pokemon miraculously recovered from the poisoning. But not this one. Your Pokemon will faint. It will happen. That must have been straining on the eyes. A little bit, yeah. Alright, so let's go. Start with a Leech Seed. This Weedle is a little bit higher level than the wild ones we've been fighting. And Bulbasaur could use the health. Enemy Weedle used Poison Sting. It's not very effective. Saps enemy Weedle. Bulbasaur used Tackle. So yeah, I actually legitimately do really like the move Leech Seed. I think it's really nice that Bulbasaur learns it so early. Leech Seed affects most Pokemon, but because Leech Seed is a grass type move, you can't use Leech Seed on another grass type Pokemon. In later games, when you have stuff like abilities to worry about, there's like more Pokemon that can be affected by Leech Seed, but unless I'm mistaken, in these early games, the only Pokemon you can't use Leech Seed on are other Grass-type Pokemon. And there's actually not a lot of Grass-type Pokemon, so most of the Pokemon that we encounter should be Leech Seedable. Bulbasaur grew to level 9! Aw, dang. I was kind of hoping that Bulbasaur would learn our Grass-type move. So my plan right now is to stay in the forest and train Bulbasaur until it learns Vine Whip, but I don't remember what level that happens at. So I gave up on the app and decided to try to find you on Google instead, and somehow you still glitched there for me, but it's way better, as in you're moving more instead of frozen all the time. Oh, that's interesting. You would think that the app would work better than just a web browser, but hey, I'm glad you found something that at least works better. So, yeah, so you know how I said that Kakuna has high defense and knocking it out takes a while? Well, you cannot run from a trainer battle, but I am gonna try switching to Spearow, since Spearow has Peck, which is super effective. So even though Bulbasaur's at the higher level, I'm hoping this will help. And plus, while we had Bulbasaur out, we had Bulbasaur use Leech Seed. And even though Bulbasaur is not battling right now, we still get the Leech Seed effect, which is awesome. It's less awesome when your opponent uses Leech Seed on you and you have to suffer. But for now, it's awesome. We get to be on the receiving end of the health bonuses. And yeah, it looks like Spearow is helping us out. This battle is not, so far, not taking as long as I thought it would. Go, Spearow. And plus, it also helps that in the Pokemon games, we have a mechanic called Stab, S-T-A-B, which stands for same type attack bonus. Basically, that means that if your Pokemon is the same type as the type of move that you're using, it gets a little extra damage boost. So Spearow is a flying type Pokemon, and it's using the flying type move Peck. So it gets Stab from that. And if another Pokemon that's not a flying type tried to use Peck, then it would be a little bit weaker just because it doesn't have that Stab applied to it. Oh no, it happened! Spearow has been poisoned! Spearow used Peck. Told you guys, me being poisoned was gonna be inevitable. But hey, Spearow grew to level 6. So, just that. We won, but at what cost? I know, right? So the nice thing about Pokemon games, though, is that your Pokemon will never die. If you're using... Yeah, see, this is what I mean by taking damage and the screen flashing at you. So I'm just gonna go back to Pewter City so we can heal our Spearow. Don't have to say that anymore. Bulbasaur. Let's see. Do I want to do this? Alright, I'm sorry, Spearow, but we also stop seeing you die from poisoning if you kind of just die. Oops. But, I was saying something before, wasn't I? I wasn't, I don't remember anymore. Oh yeah, I remember now. Your Pokemon never die, they just faint, and Nurse Joy can always revive them. There is a popular fan-made set of rules called a Nuzlocke, where basically if your Pokemon faints, it's considered dead and you can't use it anymore. But I'm not doing that. I'm not saying it's like a hard no, I will never do that ever. I have tried it on my own once, and the anxiety of losing Pokemon is not for me. I enjoy watching other people do it. I just don't, and it's not my favorite thing. I'm not, like I said, I'm not against doing it ever. But if I have the option to just play Pokemon normally or do a Nuzlocke, personally, I would just like to casually play it normally. But yeah, one thing I want to do on this channel is go through all the main series Pokemon games on here. At least as much as I can. I don't know if I have the capability to stream them all. And when it comes to like paired Pokemon games, I'm only gonna pick one. I'm not gonna be like, as soon as I'm done with red version, I'm like, okay, now let's play blue version. Because let's be real, they're both the same game, just with slight variations, and I don't think that's the most exciting thing to see. Me play the same game, what's basically the same game twice in a row, so. Let's see. Yeah, we still need Vine Whip, so we're going back to the forest. Well, I guess if the point was going back to the Pokemon Center to stop Fearow from dying of poison, then once Spearow died, we didn't need to go back anymore, but oh well. That's just the way my brain works. It's a game but blue, yeah, exactly. I think they have Miitopia Nuzlocke. But my heart can't take losing a party member in that game. Oh, yeah. Losing Pokemon is hard enough, but like losing actual people characters that have dialogue, no. That's why I've personally never played Fire Emblem, because I've heard that the characters can permanently die in that game, and I'm like, nope. For the longest time, I didn't know that was even an option in video games. But when I was little, I went to my cousin's house, and he was playing a game on the PlayStation, and to this day, I have no idea what the game was, but it was like some sort of RPG, and one of his characters like got poisoned and just straight up died. I'm like, what? Like, it traumatized me. I'm like, that can happen? Seriously, no. Like, the thought of just losing a character forever is too much anxiety for me. Bulbasaur grew to level 10! Still did not learn Vine Whip, so we gotta stay in the forest longer. Wild Weedle appeared. Go, Bulbasaur! Bulbasaur, use Tackle. So if there's anybody wondering why this game is super red, yes, part of it is because this is red version, but part of it too is because this is the Game Boy Color. And the Game Boy Color was the first handheld system to have color. Before that, the original Game Boy was in black and white. So that's why they call it the Game Boy Color, because color was a new thing to that system. But even so, they were very limited by how many colors they could fit in the game. So if you were to come to the same area in blue version, instead of everything being like super red, it would just all be blue. Because that was part of how they differentiated the two. Because you could only fit so many colors. So that's why like everything in red version is red and everything in blue version is blue, if you ever see blue version. Personally, I like playing red version better than blue version, just because it's more nostalgic to me. I mean, honestly, I actually do like the color blue better than the color red. But growing up, red version was the one I had, so it just basically had my loyalty since the 90s. That's why whenever I get the choice between red and blue, I'm always gonna pick red. Because back then, it was just my dad who played Pokemon, because he's a gamer, and he still is. Which is awesome. 60 years old and he has his own Nintendo Switch. And just yesterday he was playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. But yeah, and I was a big time daddy's girl. So basically, if I saw my dad doing something, I wanted to do it too. And he originally had blue and yellow version. And he was trying to use that to complete the Pokédex. And so he asked me to help him trade Pokemon. Like, they were both his games, but I controlled one Game Boy and he controlled the other one. And it's funny to think about now with how far graphics have come since the Game Boy era. But to little Caitlin, seeing the little Pokemon go from one Game Boy to the other Game Boy and watching them evolve was like the coolest thing ever. And I'm like, what is this game? I need to know more about it. But the sad thing with the Pokemon games, at least the early ones, was that the save data is saved onto the game itself rather than the console. And the Pokemon games could only support one save file at a time, and my dad was already playing on both of them, so I couldn't play on them. But then my dad has always been a completionist when it comes to video games. And so he really wanted to complete the Pokédex, like 100%. But there are 2 Pokemon that between all 3 games, you could only get on Red version. And he was missing just those 2 Pokemon, and it was driving him nuts. So he bought Pokemon Red version on eBay just so he could get those last 2 Pokemon. And when it came in the mail, my dad was at work. And it was my mom who got the package and opened it. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, Pokemon, can I play? And my mom was like, okay, but only until your dad gets home because he bought it for himself. And if he wants to play it, you have to let him play it. So I started playing it and pretty much got hooked immediately. And then when my dad came home from work and he saw I was playing it, I don't think he had the heart to take it away from me. So he's like, you can keep playing it, but you need to catch this Pokemon and trade him to me. So, yeah, that's why Red version will always be my favorite of the Gen 1 games. My dad, may he rest in peace, used to play Flight Simulator. I never really played video games much. My brother, too. Yeah. And you know what my brother did? He grew up to be a pilot. So he does like real life Flight Simulator now for his job, basically. It's your father right there, you betcha. Was walking between stores and heard you say one of the things you want to do with the channel is Miitopia. My heart skipped a beat. We were talking about Miitopia. I did not say I was going to stream it, but I am not against it. Not against it at all. Your dad flew a small airplanes too? Nice, Janice. Yeah, my brother's actually technically still in the learning process. So he technically does not have a job flying by himself yet. Like, he's passed his tests. He just has to log hours as like a co-pilot, I think is what it is, before he can like actually just fly on his own. But I know what he definitely wants to do commercial airlines. I don't think he has a specific one in mind. It might just be that, you know, he'll go to whoever wants to hire him. I don't blame him for. But yeah, we'll see. I'm super excited to see what's in his future. Yeah, he's my younger brother. And he just got married a few months ago. I am a proud big sister. It's so cool to see the man he's growing up to be. So, yeah, well, I'm trying to get experience. I should actually go through the grass. Not that that did anything for me. I swear if my younger brother gets married, I wouldn't know how to feel. Yeah, I know, right? I know, because first of all, my brother is over 6 feet tall. He has facial hair and tattoos. It's like, what happened to the tiny little boy I had to comfort after he had nightmares? Or the one who was the reason I couldn't watch E.T. because he was too afraid of E.T. That is a true story, by the way. And I was not happy about that as a kid. I know, right? Yeah. It's like, as an older sibling, sometimes I feel like I'm my brother's third parent. Even though we're really close in age. Like, no joke. I think technically our age gap is 22 months. We're not even like a full 2 years apart. I saw E.T. in the theater when I was 10 when it was new. Oh, nice. That's so cool. But yeah, my brother, I mean, he's braver now, but when he was a kid, he was scared of everything. And the first time we tried to watch E.T., he decided the character of E.T. was too scary, and he would not watch it again. And that meant I could not watch it again. I liked E.T., dang it. But that's okay, 'cause there was a lot of other awesome stuff to watch that my brother was not afraid of. Like Pokemon, Disney movies on VHS with the words so you could sing along. I love the game and it's because of me. Or more accurately, her wanting Brian to stream it. It makes me happy to hear she's going to play that in one of the streams. Yeah, so, on that note, it is my goal to at some point stream all or at least most of the Pokemon games, because that is by far my favorite series of all time ever. But that doesn't mean I only want to do Pokemon. So I think what I might do is when I finish a game, I'll ask you guys if you want to go to the next Pokemon game or try something else. Because, like, I know especially seeing how frustrated people were getting with Mario games when Brian went through that, I don't know what you'd call it, like, kind of a marathon of Mario games. Not intentionally, but that's just what the chat voted for. People were getting sick of Mario games. I kind of want to avoid doing that to you guys with the Pokemon games. So yeah, I mean, I definitely, one of my goals, what am I doing? I'm like so busy talking, I'm on like autopilot, yeah, okay. I was like, did Bulbasaur learn Vine Whip when I wasn't paying attention? And like my autopilot self knew? But no, I did not. I'm like so busy talking, I'm not even paying attention. Back to the forest with you, child. Anyway. But, we found a Pikachu! So this is actually the only place in the whole game you can find a Pikachu, and it is very rare. So I usually only get a Pikachu if I specifically look for Pikachu. And the fact that I just stumbled upon it by accident is making me fangirl a bit. We are definitely catching Pikachu. It's happening. Sorry, that like just totally threw off my whole train of thought. Oh, you got the Pikachu emojis. That makes me happy. But like I was saying before I got distracted, one of the things I want for this channel is for my chat to have a lot of say in what I do. I don't want you guys to be background characters. I want you guys to kind of be part of the stream narrative, if that makes sense. So yeah, anytime you guys have input, I would love to hear it. I'm always open to criticism. My only thing is that it's constructive and it's not rude. Part of that comes from my background as a creative writing major in college. A lot of creative writing is reading each other's stories and giving very honest feedback. So I've kind of gotten used to being critiqued, I guess you could say. So one of the things that one of my professors said was, it's okay to tell somebody that they suck as long as you tell them why they suck. So I'm not saying, that's not me giving you permission to tell me I suck. But if you don't like something in my streams, I don't mind you pointing it out to me as long as you don't leave it as simple as, you're boring, you're annoying. Okay, tell me why you think that and how can I grow and improve on that so that, you know, I'm better. And I know that everybody has their own opinions and I'm not going to agree with everything. So you guys are always welcome to give me suggestions, but I retain the right to say thank you, but no, I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, I think my... It's a Kyohan if you all are mean. I feel like if you're gonna sick somebody on trolls, Paul would be more effective, but thank you, Janice. Yeah, I know, not Johan, I know, it's like, he's too delicate. If anything, I will defend Johan. No word, senpai. Let's see, oh. Missed some chat things while I was talking. Oh, Bo. Yeah, Bo would probably be a better defender than you want, to be honest. Excited to watch you stream Sword and Shield. Oh, yeah. I've watched a gameplay of that before. Never saw the whole thing. Oh, yeah. That's a fun one. I actually did try to stream before in the past. Like, when I went to go open Twitch today to get ready for this, I saw that my thing said, Splendid last streamed 2 years ago, and I was sitting there like, yeah, that sounds about. But yeah, I tried streaming years ago, but that was before I joined the Holomaniac herd, or at least got really active in the community and start to know people. And I really knew nobody. Like, you guys are awesome. I know you guys from Brian's, and I honestly was not expecting anyone other than Shy Guy to be here on my first day. And to see that you guys all showed up before the countdown even finished was like super awesome for me. But yeah, when I tried streaming before, I knew nobody and my chat was like crickets. And I probably did like 8 or so streams with like nobody in my chat before I got kind of discouraged. I'm like, And I was like looking up online like strategies on how to become a more successful streamer. And it seemed like you were supposed to kind of already know people before you got started on Twitch. Or at least that was the conclusion I drawn. That might not be right, but that's how I felt. Because I realized that all the Twitch streamers I watched before they started streaming, they were like YouTubers or like musicians that already had an established music career before they started streaming. So they kind of all brought viewers from other places. And I did not have that. Technically, I still don't have that. But yay, wake up, Pikachu! Sorry, I had to say that. Let's see. Oh, Bulbasaur's doing fine. But, anyway, going back to what I was saying. Yeah, I only tried streaming for like 8 days. And I got really discouraged that nobody was watching me, so I kind of just stopped. And was like, okay, I'm gonna do other things with my life. And maybe come back to this someday. But yeah, just like especially seeing you, Kayla, and how well you've grown in the year that you've been streaming. It's really been inspirational to me, and I'm like, and I'm realizing that a lot of what discouraged me from streaming was just fear and me getting in my own head. So that was kind of why I didn't really say anywhere that I was going to stream today. I kind of just did it because I'm like, I just need to do it. I just need to do it because I will come up with every reason in the world to not do it until I just do it. Shy Guy knew because I've been messaging her for like hours before this, and she really did help me with my anxiety. Shy Guy, if you can hear me, I just want to say I love you and thank you for being the best friend ever. Because you really did help. So yeah, I'm really happy that I'm doing this now. I'll be honest, when I first started, I was trying not to show up, but there's this side of me like, people on the internet are watching me play a game. What am I doing? Run away! But I fought through it, and even though I'm still only been streaming for like, what, an hour and a half? Something like that? I already feel better. See, what I learned to help reduce anxiety is when you start on Twitch is stream for family and friends, so I don't worry about people I don't know who are watching me. That is really helpful, actually. That's kind of why I made the goal here. Let's make lots of friends, because that's what helps me, is to just... Because I'm used to playing video games in front of people in real life, like my actual friends and family. So it's like, it's just the same. I just have to tell myself it's the same thing. So that's why I'm trying to think of people watching me as just friends. Friends I haven't met yet. And also, so far, friends that I have met yet, except for that one weird spam, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm honored that I'm inspiring you. Yes, yes you are. 100%. Shout out to Shy Guy for being an absolute legend. Yes. Round of applause to Shy Guy. I really hope she's there and she can hear this. Yeah. We don't talk about spam bots. No, no, no. Janice, I know that it's clapping. But especially after seeing Kayla stream Rhythm Heaven, I'm just seeing the mini game with the candy and the spiders. Because that's what that looks like to me. You see it too good. That means it's not just me. Yeah, it's coughing. I'm like still half expecting like a piece of candy or a spider to show up. Sorry. So, yeah. I know that gameplay-wise, what we're seeing is not the most exciting thing in the world. But, yeah. I'm just waiting for I'm literally just waiting for Bulbasaur to learn Vine Whip. And then we're going to the gym. Oh, please learn Vine Whip. Dang it. So I'm good at remembering things about Pokemon, but one thing that I've never been good at is numbers. Pokemon included. So I'm like, I know this Pokemon learns this move, but don't ask me what level. Numbers do not stick in this brain. From a streamer I follow, she's pretty cool too. Oh, nice. I hope to go back to Rhythm Heaven Fever again. I want to find a Nuzlocke of that game or create one. Ooh. I'm not sure how that would work, but I would be interested to see that. Still trying to get the stream to work, but on a different device. And I saw your comment, Kayla, in the middle of loading it on my phone, and I heard something from Splaticate. And all I can say is, nah, you know, Splaticate. Thank you, Shy Guy, but... Okay, so it sounds like you missed what I was saying. I was saying that I love you and that you are the best friend ever, because I was having anxiety about streaming, and talking to you earlier today really helped calm me down and gave me the confidence boost that I needed to be able to hit the live button on this computer. So yes, we are all saying that you today are the MVP. We didn't say that before, but I'm saying it now because it's true. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we Got all the trainers in here. Oh, you know what is something that I think we're ready for? That is probably going to be a little bit more exciting than me beating up bugs in the forest. Remember how I said earlier that if we went down that path that's west of Viridian City, we get to fight Blue? And I didn't want to do it then because my team was too weak. I think we might be ready. Especially, yeah, and for each level you gain, it's more experience points to get to the next level. So the stronger the Pokemon get, the stronger we want our opponents to get, because stronger Pokemon give us more experience points. And the stronger we get, the more experience points we need to level up. And now that I'm back in a Pokemon Center, I can go over to my handy dandy PC, which is used not just for the storage of items, but for the storage of the Pokemons. Because you can only have 6 on your team at a time, and if you have more, they get stored. So I'm gonna come over here. Let's see, who do I want to put away? I think I'm gonna put away Pidgey because we already have Spearow and they're both birds, and I don't think we really need 2 on our team. And right now, Spearow's the better one. So we'll put away Pidgey, and we will take our Pikachu. Yeah, so if I continue on the Pokemon train, after this game will be Pokemon Yellow version. And if you... Oh, you know what? Actually, I forgot. Okay. So in later Pokemon games, when your Pokemon are sent to the Pokemon storage, they're automatically healed. But that's not a thing in Generation 1. And when I come back to the Generation 1 games, I always forget. So even though we got Pikachu out of the Pokemon storage, it is still at the same HP it was when we caught it, so... I mean, Pikachu's still kind of under-leveled, so I don't think it's gonna really be in battle much in the beginning, but still. I like to have all of my Pokemon at full health when I walk out of the Pokemon Center because Nurse Joy will heal your Pokemon forever for free, so why wouldn't you? So actually, before I jump into this battle... excuse me, I don't know if the mic picked up that sound, but if it did, I am sorry. So yeah, like I've said, I've played this game too many times, so I know what Pokemon Blue is gonna use already. So, trying to prepare for that in advance. You know Pikachu's only level 3, which is pretty low. It knows Thunder Shock, which is gonna be helpful. I'm gonna save too, just in case. Oh, doesn't help if I push no. Because really, I'm just fighting Blue, not because I'm confident I'll win, but because there's a chance and I need the experience so I can go fight Brock. Divine Whip will be super helpful fighting Brock, and I don't even want to attempt Brock without it, because Brock can be hard. Like, even though he's the first gym leader, just because he's so early in the game, and we don't really have a fully developed team yet, even though he has the lowest level Pokemon of all the gym leaders, I still feel like he's one of the hardest battles to get through, and oh, okay. Yeah, I think Pikachu's a little... Oh, but we paralyzed it! So Pikachu is still the right choice because paralysis. So for those who are not familiar, paralysis means your speed is lowered and there's a chance he won't attack. Just a chance though, so you could definitely still attack. That's why I don't want to... If I put Pikachu out, Pikachu will still get experience points from this battle, but fainted Pokemon don't get experience points. So, I'm gonna tag Bulbasaur in. Because Pidgey is a flying type. And flying types are super effective against grass types, so technically I'm at a type disadvantage. But if I remember right, at level 9, Pidgey shouldn't know any flying type moves yet, so that shouldn't matter. Especially since we don't know Vine Whip yet. We don't have to worry about our attacks being not very effective, because really all Bulbasaur has is Tackle. And that's just going to be neutral damage. What I would like to start with is Leech Seed, but if this Pidgey keeps throwing sand in my eyes... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, if it keeps throwing sand in my eyes, I'm never going to be able to aim my seeds. But then I got it, so we're good. So now even if Bulbasaur keeps missing, at least we're still doing damage to it. Because I believe in this generation, really the only way to get rid of a Leech Seed once it's on you is just to switch Pokemon out, but... Which is definitely something trainers can do. But I don't think the AI for Blue switches that Pokemon, at least not in this battle. But the Pokemon games have surprised me like that before. Like, I have had some places where I've done a battle multiple times and they've never switched out Pokemon. And then I go to do it again and they do switch out their Pokemon and I'm like, okay, that's new. But yeah, I'm not a programmer. I'm not like super knowledgeable about how AIs and stuff are programmed. Basically, all I know is what I read on the internet. Which I, of course, have to take with a grain of salt. Because, believe it or not, people lie on the internet. So, and sometimes people don't even mean to lie. They just think something's true, and they'll say it's a fact without doing their homework. So see, since we switched to Bulbasaur and we say Pikachu, Pikachu is able to get enough experience points to grow to level 4. Because as much as I love Pikachu, a level 3 Pikachu won't make it very far. So we gotta throw it in the battle and then say, oh, just kidding, and pull it back so it can get experience points without dying and everything. And so Charmander here is a fire type, which has the advantage against Bulbasaur. So normally I would be at a disadvantage, and I'd be in a lot of trouble if this Charmander learns Ember. Or uses Ember, I mean, because that's the fire type move it learns first, because it's the weakest one. So if it uses Ember, I'm in trouble, but the good news is it's only level 8. And you know how ice and numbers don't stick in my brain? I really thought this Charmander would be at a higher level in this fight. And I don't think Charmander would know Ember yet at level 8. But like I said, I don't have the specific levels memorized, so I don't actually know if that's a thing or not. But Bulbasaur's already at level 12, and it has not learned Vine Whip. So Charmander better not already know Ember at level 8, or I'm gonna throw hands. Yeah, that kind of annoys me when people lie on the internet sometimes. Like, I already doubt myself, don't let me doubt you too. Exactly. Exactly. Some people on the internet, yeah. I have such a problem with self-doubt. I really do. And it's like every time I try to be brave and go with my gut, I do the wrong thing. And I'm like, this is what happens when I don't second guess myself. It's... Excuse me. It's a thing. Alright, so we beat Blue. But Bulbasaur is still at level 12. The nice thing about later games is that when you're in battle, you can see your experience bar, but that's not a thing in this game. Well, I fear that too, plus with the side of imposter syndrome. Yum. Oh, definitely. Definitely me too. Because writing is my thing, but my whole life I have made exactly $0.00 writing. And that's not from a lack of trying. And one of the things they teach you when you're studying writing in school is that you're gonna get rejected a lot. Get used to it. And I try. I really try not to let it get to me, but when it happens a lot with zero success, it's hard to not be affected. I already doubt people on the internet just because of past experiences, which is why it took me a while to trust Brian's community. That's fair. Give me 1 sec. Oh, hold on. I need to switch. Well, actually, hold on. Sorry, I have to do a thing real quick, but I'll be right. Okay, I am back. I'm sorry about that. I don't know if my mic picked it up, but one of my dogs started barking, so I had to go take care of that. Also, I was feeling a cough coming on. I didn't want you guys to have to watch or listen to me cough, so that's why I wanted to like mute myself and turn off my computer. Or not my computer, my webcam. That would have been a problem. Okay. She's good. I'm good. Let's get back to it. And I already forgot what I am doing in the game. Oh, it's a Nidoran. That Pikachu will not last, so let's get Bulbasaur back out of here. Okay. So as far as my streaming goes, I definitely want to keep doing this. As far as my schedule goes, I still don't know what it is. Like I said, I had been considering streaming today for like a few days. I just wasn't sure yet if I was gonna do it or when. I started setting this all up this morning and I was gonna stream in the morning, but it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to before I noticed the afternoon. I'm like, okay, I guess we're streaming in the afternoon. But, oh, dang it. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but my dog is barking again. I can hear her. And she is outside right now. I have to go get her because I don't want her barking at the neighbors. I'll be right back again. Okay. Just quiet again. Hopefully it lasts this time. But, yeah, like what I was saying before, I still am trying to figure out my schedule. For today, my goal is to just go until 3, so we got 20 more minutes left. On that note, Kayla, if anybody asks in Discord for Brian's stream where I am, if you could just tell them that I'm streaming, that would be awesome. Because I'm probably not going to touch Discord until I'm done here. But yeah, thank you, Kayla. But yeah, outside of streaming, my mouse is on my emulator. Hold on, sorry. That's gonna bug me. But yeah, my schedule outside of streaming kind of varies from day to day. So it's hard for me to pick a consistent schedule where I stream every week the same days and the same time each day. So I think I kind of just have to kind of just work around my other things, because I have a job. So I can really only stream when I am not at work. I'm also involved in my church, so I do a lot of stuff with my church too. And then right now my living situation is oh, hold on, let me read this first. Gotta go, dinner waits, but let me know on Discord if you have any questions. Bye, peace out. Okay, thank you for stopping by, Kayla. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a good dinner. But yeah, like what I was saying before, I kind of right now just have to fit streaming around the other things that I have going on in my life. And part of it too is that right now I live with my dad. And we live in a 2-bedroom condo, so it's not super roomy here. And so just out of respect, not that I'm like trying to hide him or hide the stream from him, but just out of respect to him, I want to, if I can avoid it, I don't want to stream while he's home. Just because I know he would feel like he has to be like super quiet and stay out of the camera line while I'm streaming, and I don't want to do that to him because he's got enough going on, and I want him to be able to relax when he's at home. So really the only times I can stream are when I'm not at work that he is, and then I don't have other stuff going on that I have to do. Excuse me. So yeah, like I said, for right now, I am planning on streaming. Lost my train of thought again. I am planning on streaming today until 3 o'clock. And for me right now, it's 2:43. So we got about 15 minutes left before I stop for today. As for when I'm going to stream again, I honestly can't promise. So I was looking at my schedule before today, and after today, the earliest day that I can stream again is going to be Tuesday. And even then, I can't promise that I will be streaming on Tuesday because I don't know if I'm working that day yet. So I can only stream if I don't have work that day. So, but yeah, my dog is barking again. Okay, I think she's up. No, I spoke too soon. Pumpkin, no thank you. But yeah, so basically my job, what I do is I'm a substitute teacher. So so unless I get scheduled ahead of time, a lot of time I don't know if I have work until the morning of. Cause where I show up and whether I show up at all depends on who calls out. So yeah, with my job I have to wake up at like 6 a.m. just to see if I'm working. Sometimes I'm not even working. I'm like, oh, great. So I'm awake now and don't need to be. Cool. But it's not a bad job. Well, it depends. The kids I get for the day to make it depend on whether it's a bad job or not, I guess you could say. But no, like seriously though, I do enjoy it. And the way that being a substitute teacher works is that there is a website that you log into and all the jobs posted are there. So that's what I did this morning. But there were no jobs today, so that's why I'm streaming today. But I kind of figured that it would be like that today because today is actually the first day back from winter break. And I was not expecting many teachers to call off on the first day back. So, yes, I am disappointed that I didn't get to work, but at the same time, I kind of saw this coming, so I'm not all that surprised. But yeah, every day that school's in session, if I'm not already booked ahead of time, I have to get up and I have to log in to see if there's a job that I can go do that day. Because that has to be a priority right now. Because I need the money. Like, I'm not like broke, but my credit card debt is piling up. And even after cutting back on certain things, I'm kind of still spending money faster than I'm making it, so I need to get that switched around. So really the only days that I could confidently say ahead of time that I can stream are days when there is no school. And my dad works in retail, so he does work weekends sometimes. So on weekends when he's at work, if I have nothing else going on that day, I will definitely be streaming. But yeah, like I said, my dad works in retail, so his schedule is also varies from week to week. But one thing that's usually very consistent with his schedule is that he never works Mondays. His store's not like closed on Mondays or anything. It's just, that's his one day that he is always gonna have off. There are rare occasions, like if somebody who normally works Monday has to call off or they go on vacation or something, then yes, my dad will work on Monday, but most of the time he does not work on Monday at all. So because of that, I'm gonna say I'm probably not gonna be streaming on Mondays. Because he's usually here. And I go to church every Sunday, so I will never stream on a Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, maybe, but never in the morning. Because the only reason I wouldn't go is if I'm sick, and if I'm sick, I'm probably not gonna turn on my camera and stream. Anyway, so I don't have one set up yet, but I will. But one thing I need to look into for sure is getting my own Discord server set up. Because I already spent a lot of time in Brian's Discord, I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time in my own. I think it's mostly just going to, if I make my own, it's really just going to be there to post schedule updates for my streams. That's really all it's going to be there for. So yes, once I get that set up, I will be sure to keep you guys posted and let you guys know about these things as far in advance as I possibly can. But I'm warning you now, that might not always be able to work. I worked retail at Walmart for almost 20 years, so I understand that. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I don't know if Shy Guy's still here, but her mom used to work at Walmart too. And my dad kind of works for Target. Hey, we got Vine Whip! Ooh, and we got 10 minutes left. I don't know that we can get through the whole gym in 10 minutes, but we can at least beat the first trainer. You technically can skip the first trainer. There's enough room behind him. You can just walk around him without being spotted. But I would feel better about fighting Brock. I mean, we probably could just go straight to Brock, but I would still feel better about being Brock if we fight the trainer first, just because we get more experience points from him. And then we'll be extra ready for Brock. Your mom did too for 20 years at another store for Walmart. Oh, nice. Yeah, my dad works in a Target, but technically not for Target. He actually works for CVS, and he works at a CVS that's inside Target. He's been working there since before CVS bought out the Target pharmacies. So he started off as a Target employee working for the Target pharmacies. But then when CVS bought all the Target pharmacies, he still got to keep working at the same place doing the same thing. It's just technically he's a CVS employee now, not a Target one. Me rooting for you just because you said no to streaming on Sunday morning. Still not fully got the stream to work, but I did hear that. And slowly hearing the stream at least. Sad it's this far in the... Oh, yeah. Well, I know that you already had plans to go out with your mom, and I kind of threw this at you at the last second. So I totally get it. But yeah, maybe next time I stream, you'll be able to hear and see me better. Alright. So we're back in Pewter City. We've got our team healed up by Nurse Joy. And we are gonna put Bulbasaur in the front, because that's really the only Pokemon we're gonna be using, I'll be honest. Oh, hi! I know you can't see her on the camera, but my dog is right next to me. With her little front paws up on the armrest of my chair. Stop right there, kid! You're still light years from facing Brock! I can try to pick her up, but she's really squirmy, and I don't know if she will let me, but I will try. Pumpkin! Her name is Pumpkin, by the way. Pumpkin! Oh, you're not in trouble. Oh, no. Okay? You okay? Oh. Here she is. This is Pumpkin. She is a 6-year-old Chihuahua mix. And she is one of my 2 fur babies. You say hi? Say hello. That's so funny. She's acting super shy, like she knows people are watching her. Hi. How you doing? She's also maybe not fully happy right now. Hold on, let me put her down. She wants to. She's been having some tummy issues for a few days now, so we're actually going to the vet tomorrow. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But this dog gets into everything, and she thinks if she can physically swallow it, it's food. So, might be something in there that's not supposed to be in there. My biggest fear is there's something stuck in there and she's gonna need surgery, but I'm hoping that's not it. Not just because I would feel bad for her, but I only have so much money. Oh, I forgot he had a second Pokemon. I was thinking we just had to knock out the Diglett and we'd be done. But that's fine, because more experience for Bulbasaur. There was one game, there's a side series of Pokemon games that I really like too, called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And in those games, you actually get to play as the Pokemon. Like, there are no humans in the game. You actually play as the Pokemon, which is a really cool idea. But the story is that your character is a human who got transformed into a Pokemon. And when you can choose your own name, and so when you say your name to the characters, are like, that's a weird name for a Pokemon. So I always feel like I have to come up with a name so that dialogue actually makes sense rather than just naming it what it is. So there was one time when I played the games and I played as a Bulbasaur, and I made my name Lettuce. So you know, that's a normal name for a human. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but I hope it didn't. Oh, now my other dog wants to say hi. Hold on. Come here. Can you come here? Oh. Here we go. This is Potato. Potato is also a Chihuahua mix, and she is 7. A year older than Pumpkin. She is also not thrilled to be here. Okay, I'll put her back down now. Yeah, whenever I walk them, everybody always says that they look like twins. They were actually found as strays, so we don't fully know where they came from. But and the shelter that rescued them from being strays, they say that Potato is a year older than Pumpkin, but they look the same. So I just go with what it says on their paperwork. But really, I feel like they're probably the same age. Light years isn't time. It measures distance. Let's see. Got 3 minutes, but I don't think we can beat Brock quite that fast. And I do not want to go over and bleed into Bryant's stream. So I think we are gonna go ahead and save it there. Let's see. My first time using my chatting screen. My camera doesn't look super great, but it's the camera that I Oh gosh, when you can see me better, you can see my hair go crazy. That's okay. See if I can put that music. There we go. So yeah, just let me know if the music is like too loud or too quiet, especially compared to my voice. Yes, Brian is gonna start soon, so I'm wrapping this up now. Oh, you can't hear the music at all? Oh, let's see. Let me see if I. Oh, you know what? Because I think it's the same volume. Oh, it's muted. That would be why you can't hear it. Let me fix it. I think I fixed it. I don't know. I can hear it, but I don't know if you guys can hear it. How about now? I think it's barely. Okay, let me try. I think it's the same sound source as the game. The game is from my computer. And this music is just from a web browser right now. I had to turn it down for the game, so I have to back up for the music. Okay, you can hear now. Awesome. You dancing dinosaur. That's cute. I love it. Okay, so I guess this is the end of my first stream. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate you all coming back. Like I kind of said before, I don't know when the next stream is gonna be, so I wish I could tell you that now, but I can't. It'll be Tuesday at the earliest, but I cannot promise Tuesday right now. So yeah, just make sure you are following me and you have your notifications on. I didn't do it this time, but mostly because I was still distracted with trying to get this all set up and actually working. But now that I figured out a few of the kinks, I should be able to jump into it better next time. And hopefully I can get some notifications out on like Brian's server, Kayla's server. And I will look into getting my own Discord server as well. That way, if you guys want to stay notified, you can just join that and notifications there.
Right.
So, yes, thank you, Janice. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a great night too. And stay safe. Thank you guys all for stopping by, and until next time, bye.